Magnesium is one of the supplements almost all doctors and longevity experts are recommending.
I do think magnesium is important in there as well. Again, about 40% of the U.S. population doesn't get enough magnesium. It's an essential mineral we're supposed to be getting from our diet.
Magnesium is a cofactor in at least 300 enzymatic systems in the body.
Ease into sleep more readily. And those are magnesium threonate, which is interchangeable with magnesium bisglycinate.
Uncritical reason why everyone should take a magnesium supplement.
Why is everyone such a big fan of magnesium? That's because magnesium is the master mineral. It plays an integral role in 800 biochemical reactions in the human body. Just check out this infographic from a recent review. Magnesium is essential for mental health, sleep, learning, neuronal activity, memory, joint health, muscle health, bone health, metabolic health, cardiovascular health, insulin glucose metabolism, respiratory health, immune response, energy metabolism, hearing, and vision. If that doesn't convince you about the central role of magnesium in health, then I don't know what will. And on top of that, about 50% of people don't get the optimal amount of magnesium. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about magnesium and how to get enough. I'm going to cover magnesium-containing foods, and I'll also talk about the different types of magnesium supplements. First of all, why is magnesium so important? Magnesium is needed for activating ATP, the energy currency of all cells. Without ATP, you wouldn't be alive, and that's why magnesium plays a central role in all of these processes in the body. Everything requires energy. When it comes to aging specifically, then low magnesium status has been seen to be associated with all the hallmarks of aging and age-related diseases and comorbidities, such as hypertension, diabetes, and heart disease. Low magnesium status worsens all the hallmarks of aging, such as genomic instability, telomere shortening, epigenetic changes, loss of proteostasis, disabled autophagy, downregulation of nutrient sensing, mitochondrial dysfunction, cell senescence, altered intercellular communication, stem cell exhaustion, chronic inflammation, and dysbiosis. The biggest and most detrimental hallmark of aging caused by low magnesium status is chronic inflammation. That's why you see a significantly increased risk of cardiovascular disease from magnesium deficiency. Magnesium deficiency also raises blood pressure, promotes calcium and sodium overload, disrupts endothelial function, promotes atherosclerosis, and leads to myocardial injury, all of which increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes. It's no surprise then that magnesium intake is inversely associated with coronary artery calcification. The ones consuming over 400 milligrams of magnesium per day have up to a 50% lower odds of coronary calcification compared to those consuming only 250 milligrams of magnesium per day. That coincides with the recommended intake of magnesium, which is 420 milligrams a day. About 50% of people aren't getting that amount, which is suboptimal for the cardiovascular health. You see, magnesium works in balance with other minerals such as phosphorus and calcium. Low magnesium status leads to calcium overload, which increases the risk of coronary artery calcification and myocardial infarction. Calcium supplements are often seen to increase the risk of myocardial infarction, but that can be partly mediated by low magnesium status. Secondly, low magnesium status can also increase the risk of chronic kidney disease by raising phosphorus levels. High phosphorus levels promote renal inflammation, vascular calcification, endothelial dysfunction, and increase the risk of heart disease and kidney disease. High phosphorus status also lowers the absorption of magnesium, which then worsens the risk of kidney disease and heart disease. A 2015 study on non-diabetic kidney disease patients found that high phosphate levels were associated with progressing to end-stage kidney disease only if their serum magnesium was low, and the increased risk was mitigated with high magnesium status. So the link between phosphorus and kidney disease is mediated by magnesium status. High magnesium status mitigates the increased risk of kidney disease from high phosphorus levels, but phosphorus itself reduces magnesium absorption. So if you're on a high phosphorus diet, then you need more magnesium because you absorb less. Phosphorus is found the most in animal protein like meat, dairy, and eggs, as well as carbonated soft drinks like Coke, whereas magnesium is found the most in pumpkin seeds, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and seafood. The optimal ratio between phosphorus and magnesium is around 1.5 to 2 to 1, but since the 1900s, it has increased from 1.2 to 1 to 7 to 1. So most people are eating about 7 times more phosphorus and not enough magnesium, which promotes declining kidney health and heart disease. Dairy, especially cheese, has a phosphorus-magnesium ratio of 18 to 1, whereas pumpkin seeds have a phosphorus-magnesium ratio of 0.35. As I said, the RDA for magnesium is 420 milligrams a day, but for some individuals, it might be up to 600 if they suffer from diabetes or they sweat a lot. Getting 399 milligrams a day is enough to maintain a positive magnesium balance on a 2000 calorie diet, but getting around 100 milligrams is inadequate. So what are the highest magnesium foods? Pumpkin seeds have 156 milligrams of magnesium per 1 ounce or 28 grams. Almonds have 80 milligrams per 1 ounce or 28 grams. Spinach has 78 milligrams per half a cup. Black beans 60 milligrams per half a cup. And potatoes 43 milligrams per 3.5 cups. You can also get magnesium from mineral waters, which is one of the most bioavailable forms, but the amount of magnesium varies greatly between mineral waters. Mineral water intake lowers blood pressure, especially in subjects with low urinary magnesium and calcium levels. To get your magnesium RDA without supplementation, you would have to consume either of these foods: pumpkin seeds 85 grams or 3 ounces, chia seeds 113 grams or 4 ounces, almonds 140 grams or 5 ounces, spinach 140 grams or 5 ounces, cashews 170 grams or 6 ounces, or lentils 170 grams or 6 ounces. You can also get magnesium from salmon, but to get the RDA, you would need to consume 1 kilogram of salmon or 2.2 pounds, or 2 kilograms of ground beef or 4.4 pounds. Now, this doesn't refer to just a single food. Obviously, most people eat a mix of these different kinds of foods. So it doesn't mean that you only have to eat pumpkin seeds or only cashews. You can eat a variety of foods. It's just that 50% of people still aren't getting the RDA of magnesium. Unfortunately, the magnesium content of food has been decreasing. For example, magnesium content of vegetables between 1940 and 1999 decreased by 24%, in fruit by 17%, in meat by 15%, and cheese by 26%. That's mostly due to soil erosion, pesticides, processing, etc. So you need to eat more food to get the optimal amount of magnesium. And unfortunately, as you saw from the list, not that many foods have magnesium. This is where we can also talk about supplementation to see if they have any benefits. There are a lot of randomized controlled trials looking at magnesium supplementation and various risk factors for cardiovascular disease. I'm going to outline the major meta-analysis on this topic, so we wouldn't have to go through the dozens of studies on this. A 2022 meta-analysis of 17 randomized controlled trials concluded that magnesium supplements decreased inflammatory markers like CRP. A 2024 meta-analysis concluded that magnesium supplements decreased blood pressure, especially at doses over 400 milligrams a day for over 12 weeks. A 2020 meta-analysis of clinical trials found that magnesium supplements decreased waist circumference in obese subjects with a BMI over 30. A 2016 meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials saw that magnesium supplements improved insulin sensitivity and glucose control in both diabetic and non-diabetic subjects. In type 2 diabetics, magnesium supplementation also lowers LDL cholesterol and increases HDL cholesterol at a dose of over 300 milligrams. And lastly, magnesium supplementation has also been seen to be beneficial for depression scores in 7 clinical trials. So as you can see, there are a lot of randomized controlled trials on magnesium supplementation showing benefits, especially in people who have low magnesium status, and most people's magnesium status is low. The effective dose can be as low as 200 milligrams and up to 400 milligrams. But which type of magnesium is the best? Magnesium supplements can be attached to different compounds and they have different effects. Here's an overview of them. Taurate, heart and blood pressure; threonate, brain and memory; glycinate, relaxation and sleep; citrate, constipation; lactate, digestion; malate, energy and fatigue; chloride, blood sugar and digestion; orotate, heart; sulfate, muscle soreness. The top 3 best magnesium forms are glycinate because it's safe and cheap, threonate because it's highly bioavailable for the brain, and taurate because it's safe and effective for the cardiovascular system. The top 3 worst magnesium forms are oxide, low bioavailability and it's often contaminated; carbonate, low solubility; and citrate because it can cause diarrhea, although it can be useful for constipation. I usually prefer to take either taurate, bisglycinate, or threonate because they're the most bioavailable, but any other form of magnesium can generally raise magnesium status. In conclusion, magnesium is the master mineral because it plays a central role in all of the processes inside the body. And being deficient in magnesium has major consequences on your cardiovascular health, neurological health, mental health and well-being. You want to get at least 420 milligrams a day from various foods, mineral waters and supplements if needed. Check out my new book, The Longevity Leap, that walks you through 24 chapters on all different aspects of aging and longevity. You'll learn about nutrition, exercise, blood work and supplements. Get The Longevity Leap from Amazon. Other than that, thanks for watching this video. Make sure to click a like and subscribe for future videos about living longer and staying healthier. My name is Siim. Stay optimized, stay empowered.